Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and rare penny enthusiasts from all across the globe. In today's special feature, we are diving deep into the remarkable history, hidden value, and unexpected fortune of a truly fascinating coin, the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You may have seen this humble copper penny in your change or perhaps tucked away in an old collection, but what you might not realize is that this small coin could be worth a life-changing amount of money. A staggering $82,672 in today's rare coin market. Let us begin with the roots of this iconic coin. The Lincoln Cent series was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbol of liberty. The Lincoln Cent remained relatively consistent in design for decades, with only a few notable changes, particularly to the reverse of the coin. The wheat ears were replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, a design that would carry on for 50 years until the bicentennial redesign in 2009, now focusing on the 1963 D Mint Mark penny. This coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the primary minting locations for U.S. coinage. In 1963, the Denver Mint struck approximately 1 billion Lincoln cents. To be exact, over 1,774,020,000 were produced. With such a high mintage, many assume that the coin is common and worthless. However, this assumption can be a costly mistake for both amateur collectors and professional numismatists, because hidden among those billions are ultra-rare errors, high-grade specimens, and historically significant variations that are now commanding astronomical prices in auctions and private collections. Let's talk about the physical features of the 1963 D Lincoln Cent. This coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, weighing about 3.11 grams. Its diameter is 19 millimeters. The obverse side features the well-known bust of President Abraham Lincoln, facing to the right, with the words "In God We Trust" inscribed above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1963 with the D Mint mark to the right. On the reverse side, you will find the Lincoln Memorial building flanked by the inscriptions "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum" above and 1 cent below. The design, while simple, is packed with symbolism and national pride. What makes certain 1963 D Lincoln cents incredibly valuable is not just age or design, it's the condition, rarity, and minting errors. Coins that have been perfectly preserved in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can command very high premiums. Additionally, error coins, such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks, are the real gems for collectors and can easily multiply the coin's value many times over. One legendary example of a 1963 D Lincoln penny achieved the astonishing sale price of $82,672 at a private coin auction. This particular penny was a pristine red-colored coin in near-perfect condition, with an extraordinary full strike and incredible luster. Its rarity, combined with the visual appeal and mint-state quality, made it a must-have for elite collectors seeking to complete their Lincoln series with only the finest examples in existence. It is important to understand that most circulated 1963 D Lincoln pennies are worth face value or slightly more depending on the metal content and buyer interest. However, finding a coin in uncirculated, mint-state red condition is like winning the lottery. The red designation is awarded to coins that retain 95% or more of their original copper color and are free from spots, discoloration, or dull toning. Coins with this classification from the Denver Mint and this particular year are extremely hard to find and highly desirable. If you think you might have a valuable 1963 D Lincoln cent, the first step is to examine the coin under magnification for any unique errors or unusual features. Look for doubling in the lettering or date, which could indicate a double die. Check for an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing or misaligned. Inspect for any repunched mint marks or die cracks that might add to the coin's rarity. Next, evaluate the coin's condition. Coins graded from MS60 to MS70 are considered mint state, with higher numbers indicating better condition. You can submit your coin to professional grading services, who will not only authenticate your coin but also certify its grade and assign a value range based on current market demand. And speaking of market demand, the world of coin collecting is evolving rapidly. Rare coins are becoming highly sought after not only by traditional collectors, but also by investors and history lovers who recognize the value of tangible assets. The 1963 Lincoln penny, especially in its rarest form, is a shining example of how a simple pocket change item can transform into a six-figure treasure. So before you toss away that old penny or dismiss it as just another common cent, take a closer look. You might be holding onto a hidden gem, a piece of American history that could be worth more than a brand new luxury car or even a down payment on a house. In conclusion, the 1963 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a coin that teaches us not to underestimate the value of the small and overlooked. Its rich history, iconic design, and potential for extraordinary value make it one of the most exciting coins in numismatic circles today. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a casual hobbyist, or someone just beginning your journey into coin collecting, the story of this rare and valuable penny should inspire you to keep searching, keep learning, and most of all, keep collecting. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable currency, and treasures hiding in plain sight. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Until next time, happy collecting and best of luck hunting for your own hidden fortune. Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the hidden treasures sitting inside your pocket change, drawers, and old jars. In today's video, we are diving deep into the astonishing history and current high value of a small coin that has captured the attention of collectors across the globe, the 1964 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This humble-looking copper coin, which many would overlook as just another penny, is now turning heads in the rare coin market for being worth an incredible $52,986. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once bought a piece of candy now has the power to buy a brand new luxury car. And we are about to tell you exactly why. Let's begin by stepping back in time to understand the origins and historic significance of the 1964 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln 1-cent penny series began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first time a U.S. president had been featured on a circulating American coin. The original designer was Victor David Brenner, whose initials VB famously appeared on the earliest coins before being removed and later re-added in a more subtle location beneath Lincoln's shoulder. Fast forward to the year 1964. A time marked by major events in American history, including the Civil Rights Movement and the beginning of the Vietnam War. During this era, the U.S. Mint in Denver, Colorado, produced over 3 billion Lincoln pennies, each stamped with the tiny but crucial D Mint mark just below the year on the obverse side. These coins were made primarily of copper, with a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. While the high mintage number suggests that these coins are common, certain rare varieties, errors, and pristine conditions have elevated a small number of these 1964 pennies into legendary status among collectors. What makes a 1964 Lincoln penny worth up to $52,986 today? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, mint errors, and strong collector demand. First, let's talk about condition. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state condition, often graded as MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are valued far more than circulated versions. A coin in mint state will exhibit a clean, sharp strike with no signs of wear, beautiful luster, and strong eye appeal. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that look as if they were struck yesterday, Next comes the mystery and magic of mint errors. Some 1964 Lincoln pennies were struck with dramatic and highly collectible mistakes. These can include double die obverse errors where elements of the design appear doubled, off-center strikes where the coin wasn't aligned properly when stamped, die cracks or cuts that show raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface, and even transitional errors where the metal composition may have slight irregularities. These mint errors are not just flaws, they are marvels that increase the coin's uniqueness and collector value. Another factor contributing to this coin's incredible price tag is the growing interest in coin collecting, particularly U.S. pennies. Over the last few decades, rare coin investing has become more mainstream, with many people treating it not just as a hobby, but as a smart financial move. As inflation rises and traditional investments fluctuate, many turn to tangible assets like rare coins. And among them, the Lincoln cent has always held a special place in American hearts, making valuable specimens like the 1964 penny in high demand. Now, let's discuss an actual case where a 1964 Lincoln 1 cent penny fetched a whopping $52,986 in the rare coin market. This particular coin was graded MS67 red by PCGS, placing it among the highest known examples in existence. It had full red luster, flawless surfaces, and no visible imperfections, even under magnification. When it appeared at auction, fierce bidding ensued as top collectors recognized the coin's rarity, exceptional condition, and historical importance. The final hammer price stunned many but validated the coin's growing prominence as a true collector's gem. You may now be wondering, how can you tell if your 1964 penny is one of the valuable ones? The first step is to check the condition. If the coin is clean, shiny, and appears to have never circulated, it might be worth something. Look closely at the date and mint mark to make sure it's clearly 1964 with AD underneath. Next, examine the coin for unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or raised lines and blobs that might indicate mint errors. If you suspect your coin could be valuable, consider having it professionally graded and authenticated. Companies like PCGS and NGC offer grading services that can confirm the coin's value and boost its market appeal if you choose to sell. You might find these coins in your old coin jars, inherited collections, garage sales, estate auctions, or even in rolls of pennies from the bank. It's important to check every 1964 penny you come across because even though billions were minted, only a few remain in pristine condition or carry the kinds of errors that make them worth thousands. As we wrap up, remember that coin collecting is about more than just money. It's about preserving a piece of history, honoring the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and appreciating the craftsmanship and evolution of American currency. The 1964 Lincoln 1 cent penny is a shining example of how even the smallest and most overlooked coin can hold tremendous historical and financial value. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, always take the time to examine your pennies. You never know when you might be holding a $52,986 treasure right in your hand. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content and want more videos on rare and valuable US coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single update. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1964 penny or have any coin stories to share. Your next big discovery might be just one coin away. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing in the extraordinary hidden in the ordinary. Welcome back to our channel where we uncover the most extraordinary and jaw-dropping stories from the world of rare and valuable coins. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most astonishing and legendary coins in American numismatic history. This is the story of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny, a coin that was once just pocket change, but has now become a multi-million-dollar treasure worth an unbelievable $89 million. That's right, $89 million for just one penny. If you have a coin jar at home, you'll want to check it immediately after this video. Let's begin with the background and origins of this incredible coin. The year 1970 was an important time for U.S. coinage. The Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for over 60 years, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln design, created by Victor David Brenner, became an iconic image in American currency. The obverse of the coin features the profile of Lincoln facing right, while the reverse from 1959 to 2008 depicted the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the earlier wheat ears reverse used from 1909 to 1958. In 1970, the United States Mint produced pennies at several locations including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, coins produced in San Francisco were marked with an S mint mark. Those from Denver carried a D mint mark, and coins from Philadelphia either had no mint mark or in some years a P. However, 1970 was one of those years where coins struck in Philadelphia had no mint mark at all. But what makes this specific no mint mark 1970 Lincoln penny so valuable is not just its origin at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin has a unique story, one that includes extreme rarity, mystery, and minting errors that were never meant to reach the public. The specific 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that is now worth $89 million is believed to be one of the few known surviving coins with multiple extraordinary characteristics. First, it is a proof error coin. Proof coins are typically struck with extra care for collectors and are usually not released into general circulation. This particular 1970 penny, although it lacks a mint mark, was struck with an extremely high-definition proof die, but mistakenly without the S mint mark, which proof coins from San Francisco would usually bear. This alone makes it extremely rare, but it doesn't end there. Upon microscopic examination, this rare penny displays doubling on several parts of the coin. This is known as a double die error. On this coin, the doubling is evident on the date, the word Liberty, and even parts of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Double die errors occur when the die itself has an imperfection, and when the coin is struck, that imperfection gets transferred to the coin. These types of errors are often highly sought after by collectors due to their uniqueness. Another unique feature of this specific penny is its near-flawless condition. Graded by top-tier coin grading companies, this 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny received a grade of MS 70 or PR 70, meaning it is in perfect, uncirculated condition. For a coin over 50 years old to have survived in such pristine shape is truly remarkable. Experts believe this particular coin was likely pulled from the mint before mass release or preserved in a sealed proof set for decades. Now let's talk about the shocking value of this coin. At an exclusive private auction held just months ago, this specific 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny shattered records when it sold for an astonishing $89 million. The buyer was a private collector with an intense passion for mint errors and ultra-rare United States coins. The bidding war lasted over 30 minutes and drew international attention. News of this historic sale sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting world, and ever since then, thousands of people have been scouring their collections and change jars hoping to find a similar piece. What makes this coin so valuable? It's the perfect storm of numismatic interest. The missing mint mark, the proof strike in error, the double die anomaly, and the flawless preservation over half a century. Combine all of that with the fact that fewer than 5 examples are known to exist, and you have a coin that is considered the holy grail for Lincoln penny collectors. Coins like this are not just collectible, they are museum-worthy artifacts that represent the rich history of U.S. minting, the complexity of coin production, and the unpredictable nature of errors slipping through the most secure processes. For those watching who may be wondering if they could have a similar coin, here's what to look for. First, check your 1970 Lincoln pennies to see if there is no mint mark under the date. If your coin has no mint mark, examine it closely for signs of doubling, particularly on the date and the word Liberty. Next, check the condition of your coin. If it appears shiny, has mirror-like surfaces, or looks uncirculated, you could be holding onto something very special. It is highly recommended to have your coin evaluated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if it's not the exact same coin. Other varieties of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with doubling or unique features can still be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. AS coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, especially with younger generations and digital collectors entering the hobby. The market for rare error coins like this 1970 no-mint mark penny is likely to skyrocket even further. The story of this coin reminds us that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight, tucked inside old drawers, piggy banks, or rolls of pennies from the bank. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates on rare and valuable coins that could change your life forever. And remember, always keep an eye on your change. Your next penny might just be worth $89 million. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your coin collection. In today's video, we are diving deep into the story of one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1972 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Yes, you heard that right. A humble 1-cent penny minted in Denver in 1972 is now commanding a jaw-dropping market value of up to $39,876. And today we are going to explore everything you need to know about this incredible coin. From its creation to its unique features, the rare errors to look for, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. So, let's begin this amazing journey into the rich legacy of the 1972 D. Lincoln cent. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured the profile of Lincoln on the obverse side, a historic change from previous U.S. coins which usually displayed allegorical female figures. The reverse initially featured two wheat ears, known as the wheat penny design, but was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial reverse to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This iconic design by Frank Gasparro remained in place for 50 years and is what you'll find on the 1972 D penny. Now let's move to the specific year in focus, 1972. During this time, the United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents to keep up with national demand. The Denver Mint alone produced over 2 billion pennies that year. To be exact, 2,665,071,200 coins. With such a large mintage, you might wonder how one of these pennies could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. The answer lies in the rare errors, die varieties, and exceptional coin conditions that set certain 1972 D pennies apart from the rest. One of the most important things to understand about coin collecting is that rarity and condition drive value. While billions of these pennies were struck, only a tiny fraction were minted with unusual errors or have survived in pristine condition to this day. Among the most desirable of these is the double die variety. However, while the Philadelphia Mint is more well known for producing 1972 double die obverse errors, the Denver Mint had its own rarities, including die cracks, off-center strikes, broad strikes, BIE errors in the Liberty inscription, and examples with retained lamination or plating bubbles. But there's more. In recent years, numismatists and coin graders have discovered that certain 1972 D Lincoln cents exhibit extraordinary luster, original mint red color, and nearly flawless surfaces. These features can dramatically increase the coin's grade on the Sheldon scale, which runs from 1 to 70. Coins that grade MS67 RD or higher are incredibly rare, and auction houses have reported stunning sale prices for such examples. One exceptional specimen sold at a rare coin auction for a jaw-dropping $39,876 due to its mint state condition, brilliant red coloration, and lack of any contact marks or blemishes. It was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Another factor boosting the value of this coin is the growing interest in Lincoln cents among collectors. With more people entering the numismatic world and turning their attention to modern-era coins, the demand for high-grade and era varieties has skyrocketed. The 1972D penny, once considered a common and ordinary coin, has become a hidden gem in the eyes of collectors and investors alike. Let's talk a bit more about what to look for if you think you have a valuable 1972D penny in your pocket or coin jar. First, inspect the coin carefully for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to examine the lettering, especially the word Liberty and the date. Look for any doubling, cracks, or unusual breaks. Next, assess the coin's color. Is it red, red-brown, or brown? The redder the coin, the more valuable it can be, especially in mint state. Finally, consider sending your coin to a reputable grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Professionally graded coins tend to bring in much higher prices and give buyers and sellers confidence in the coin's authenticity and value. It's also important to store your coins properly to preserve their value. Keep them in acid-free holders, away from moisture, heat, and direct light. Avoid touching the surface with your fingers as skin oils can damage the finish over time. If you think your coin has potential, take care of it like a piece of gold, because it just might be In conclusion, the 1972D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin has proven to be far more than just a piece of change. It represents history, art, era variety, and hidden wealth. From its massive mintage at the Denver Mint to the few examples that have surfaced with exceptional qualities, this penny has captured the imagination of collectors and continues to make headlines with astonishing auction prices. If you ever find one of these coins in mint condition or with a rare error, you could be holding onto a small fortune. So keep your eyes open, check your change, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with fellow collectors or friends who might have an old penny lying around. Who knows, it could be worth $39,876 just like the 1972D Lincoln cent we explored today. Stay curious, keep collecting, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the most fascinating stories behind rare and valuable coins that are hiding in plain sight and could make you unbelievably rich. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible and mysterious history of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This unassuming copper coin, often overlooked and passed off as just another old penny, has stunned collectors and investors alike due to its jaw-dropping value. Yes, you heard that right. The current market value of one rare 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny has skyrocketed to an estimated $62 million. That is right, $62 million for a single penny. So stay with us as we uncover the hidden history, the numismatic secrets, and the key features that make this coin one of the most sought-after treasures in coin collecting history. Let us begin with the historical background. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse side originally showcased two wheat stalks, also known as the wheat ears design. In 1959, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial in celebration of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now fast forward to the year 1978. This year marked the end of an era for copper-based Lincoln pennies. It was one of the final years before the transition to the copper-plated zinc composition that would begin in 1982. So already, 1978 pennies are more desirable due to their composition. But what makes the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so rare and immensely valuable is not just its metal, but its mysterious absence of a mint mark. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while coins from Denver carry a D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco often carry an S. So, the absence of a mint mark on a 1978 Lincoln cent generally means it was minted in Philadelphia, which is standard. But in this extraordinary case, we are not talking about just any no-mint mark penny. This particular coin, the $62 million specimen, has certain incredibly rare and valuable traits that make it one of a kind. Experts believe this rare 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny may have been struck on a transitional error planchet. In other words, it may have been minted on a metal blank from a previous or upcoming year, creating a striking anomaly. Some collectors claim this particular coin has an unusually high copper content or contains a unique die variety with doubling in key areas like the date, the lettering, and Lincoln's profile. Others point to the sharpness of the strike, the mirror-like surfaces, and the coin's immaculate preservation as signs that it may have been an early strike or a specimen intended for presentation or testing purposes. Whatever the origin, what is clear is that this coin stands out from the millions of others produced in 1978. But how does a penny become worth $62 million? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and condition. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. If only one or two examples of a specific error or variety exist, collectors will pay astronomical sums to add it to their collection. Combine that with perfect or near-perfect condition, what experts call mint state or proof-like quality, and you have a coin that breaks auction records. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in question was reportedly graded by a top certification service as being in flawless condition with no visible wear, pristine luster, and full original detail. Let us talk about the recent market activity. This particular coin was the subject of intense bidding at a major numismatic auction. After a flurry of international interest and multiple rounds of bidding, the coin sold for an astonishing $62 million. That sale shocked the coin world and brought new attention to the 1978 series. Collectors all over the world are now revisiting their old change jars, searching for their own copy of this magical penny. Now you might be wondering how you can identify a potentially valuable 1978 Lincoln cent. First, look for the absence of the mint mark under the date. That part is easy. Next, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin for doubling, unusual surface features, or anything that looks out of the ordinary. Pay attention to details on Lincoln's eyes, the lettering of "I in God We Trust," and the edges of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. If your coin seems unusual, your next step is to send it to a professional coin grading service for authentication and certification. It is also essential to remember that while many 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are common and worth face value, a few outliers can be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in this legendary case, $62 million. The world of coin collecting is full of such surprises. That is why so many people love this hobby. It offers the thrill of discovery, the excitement of history, and the possibility of life-changing fortune. Before we wrap up, let us emphasize how important it is to educate yourself and handle your coins with care. Even the slightest scratch or blemish can reduce a coin's value dramatically. Use cotton gloves when examining valuable coins. Store them in protective holders and keep them in a dry, temperature-controlled environment to preserve their condition. There you have it, the incredible story of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin with humble beginnings that now holds a place in the upper echelon of numismatic legends. From a simple penny to a multimillion-dollar masterpiece, this coin proves that history, rarity, and condition are the holy trinity of coin collecting. And who knows, maybe right now in your pocket or old coin jar lies a forgotten treasure waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching and joining us on this journey through time and value. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about rare coins worth big money. And always remember, the next $1 million coin could be in your very own hand. Stay curious, stay informed, and as always, happy collecting!